hey guys.
Ew.
We just pointed at the camera and then didn't say anything for a couple seconds. That's the couch,
It's gonna
unscripted
freeze on it. It's gonna be like stoop
in its
for 10 minutes. I'm
entirety.
gonna leave that.
We did a lot of recording tonight. We've gotten to
did.
really shrink our time required to spend recording to get good material
Yeah.
down quite a bit.
Because when we started doing this several months ago, we were recording for about an hour at a time because that's the limit of what the PlayStation can record.
Yeah.
And now we record for starting tonight, we started recording for a maximum of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we went from being able to do 2 or 3 episodes in a night to doing, I think we just did 8, 7.
I think it's 6 or
We did
7.
5. We did 4. We did 15, 16, 17.
18. We
18.
did 4 Skyrim, 2 Shovel Knight,
Yeah. So we did 6 episodes
6.
tonight.
and we even started a little bit late too.
Yeah.
So it allows us to get more stuff out there, and so
Yeah.
maybe eventually go to daily
It's a lot
uploads
less
and things
work.
like that.
And
And less, and then there's less editing and
there's
less
less editing. It comes out
dead air to
quickly,
come out.
and then
Yup.
we moved recording our podcast to Monday nights to where our wives are out with each other every Monday night as it is.
So
So you and I started taking advantage of that
Mhm.
since your son started going to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Let's record our podcast on Monday nights now.
and then
Which
that frees up
frees
our
up our
Wednesday
Wednesday.
nights, and our Mondays are still free, after wives
Yeah,
are
wives
back.
get back at 9 o'clock.
And so then that part of our lives is still the same, just like it was before. Before I was just
We just hang out together. Hi,
doing
Duffy.
my own thing. So now
Hi,
we get
Duffy.
to do it together. And then so Wednesdays are now freed up again to have our personal gaming time,
Yay.
which is good.
Hi,
Sometimes I feel
Oh,
like
fine. Yeah, you can move it. It's fine. I don't need it.
sometimes I feel like a lot of my gaming is just revolves
you
around the
biting me?
channel or getting stuff ready for the channel.
Yeah.
So it's
It's nice to move into some personal stuff,
yeah, I haven't got
especially
to do
now that
a
all the big
lot.
games have died down.
Yeah, finally getting caught up on my backlog, and my backlog
Right.
apparently is Destiny because I just have no self-control,
Have nothing to do.
But so I've got a couple things I need to get
Alright,
through
Bubba, you're done.
Final Fantasy 15, and I need to get through.
Yeah, that's kind of a pipe
Um,
dream game for
I
me.
need to,
For
get, I need to
at
get
this
back to
point.
Shadow of Mordor and
Kiddo.
and that kind of stuff. So I have some goals. I have some things that I would like to do. But yeah,
before
it's
Destiny 2 comes out.
it's nice to just be playing some games for myself. Having more time to do that is
Yeah.
always good because it reminds me why I like playing games. So
Yeah. It's
So
been
that's
nice. I picked up Dark Souls 3 over the weekend, which is a game I wanted to get when it came out, but it just did not work out to get it then. And so I finally picked it up on sale over the weekend. Or I guess I picked it up used over the weekend.
thank you.
So I've already put several hours into it. I'm not very far.
Well, yeah, I mean it's Dark
It's
Souls.
Dark
That's-
Souls.
that's
And so
gonna
it's
count.
adjusting to a different style of gaming completely. But I love it.
Yeah.
I can pull up Dark Souls and there's not really a story I need to pay attention to. So
It's just
I turn on
kill
my
monsters.
podcast or my audiobooks and listen to that and play Dark Souls and just
well, this is
grind
just-
through a bunch of souls and go level up one thing and then grind through a bunch of souls and
Man, that's just there are very few things that I think that we have that are actual differences. And it's your affinity for Dark Souls and your affinity to listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
yeah.
I just there are things that I can handle and tolerate, and then there are things that just my skin crawls just thinking about doing it, and that's listening to podcasts and playing Dark Souls.
Well, it's funny,
I can't do those.
Dark
things.
Souls is really at its base level not that different from what you do in Destiny.
Yeah,
It's harder on the front end. Because it's the kind of game, if you haven't played Dark Souls or you don't know what Dark Souls is, the Souls franchise is a series of games that prides itself on how difficult it is. And it is really hard.
Yeah, it's a big learning curve is the problem. You have to learn. You basically relearn. Excuse me, dog. You basically relearn how to play a video game, and you spend all this time doing it. And once you finally get that, then from what everyone
the world
tells me,
opens up to you.
it's not that hard, and it's a much
Yeah,
easier
well, because
thing.
you don't run in, because in regular video games you run in and start wailing on people and learning that. But when you confront an enemy in Dark Souls, the first thing you do is not hit them. The first thing you do is get out of the way, because
Yeah.
they're about to hit you a lot harder than you could hit them.
And part of me wants to try Dark Souls again after
Good news.
playing Horizon Zero Dawn, just because I feel like a lot of encounters in Horizon were like that. You
Yeah.
didn't just rush into machine encounters. You didn't just rush into a Thunderjaw. You don't just rush into these rock breakers and the pack of
Take them on from very far
tramplers
away.
and stuff, and you take them on from far away, or you like scout them out, or you set traps, and
Yeah.
you do these things, and if you take them head on, you're probably just gonna die right away. Like that's how it's gonna be. So I know that it wasn't as difficult as something like Dark Souls, but I think it's it's definitely like hurry up and wait approach that you need in Dark Souls. So I thought
and
maybe
the other trick with Dark Souls
maybe
is the
more.
combat is just so heavy.
Yeah.
Like you even watch the characters moving, the enemies moving when you're hitting them, they're like clunk, 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 and then they see you, and then they like perk up, and then they run at you. And it's just like I love the art style of Dark Souls and everything about it, but
Yeah.
well, like where I was comparing Dark Souls to Destiny is like, you just grind the same thing over and over to get to the next step up,
Yeah.
so you can play that area again a little bit faster and get to the next step up. And the difference I think comes in a little bit in Destiny and Dark Souls is once I get good at this area I'm at, I want to move on to the next area. And kind of Destiny, once you're at end game where we're at, it's kind of like, oh, we do it again and we play the raid again and we do it again, which isn't bad. I enjoy the guys we play with and all that, which is why I play Destiny, is because I want to hang out with people that we play with.
Right. Yeah, it's it's interesting. I've never been like super attracted to the art style of the Souls games. They almost seem, and I probably just need to play them more, and I will find nuances. But they
We might
just
do
seem
a
kind of like
series on it, maybe.
generic, like
Hold your breath.
medieval times. That's what it looks
Yes.
like. And normally I like medieval stuff, but it all just kind of everything I see, like videos and gameplay and mechanics, all just kind of seems same-ish. And like in the same, it doesn't really evolve.
The
It's
color
like,
palette's not huge.
yeah, and that's
Like it
that's
goes
one of
from
my
like a light gray to a dark black.
yeah, and that's which is fine if people like that. That's great. But I am very much like a visual stimulation kind of guy, and just a lack of like Horizon. That's what I love about it is the huge breadth of color.
Yeah,
There's all the different things to see at. The environments were really pretty, and Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that kind of stuff is has its own pretty things, but it's not really pretty. It's more just like pretty in a way that you can appreciate the work that's gone into it.
Yeah, it is good. The graphical fidelity of it is really good, but the actual like visual environment of it is not like popping and colorful and everything. Like, it's
Plus,
just
I don't
like torn down ruins and everything. And Bloodborne, I think, is more. It's not as set far back in the time.
right.
It's more
It
like
seems a little more
Victorian, I
recent.
think.
Which I mean, it's
Maybe
still
wrong. I didn't play Bloodborne.
no. I tried and it was
I think-
rage-tastic,
What I heard is like it's the easier version of Dark Souls.
which is still just disgustingly hard.
And
Like-
then from playing the alpha, Neo is the hard version of Dark Souls.
Oh my goodness!
Unless
I didn't
they
even
patched
like.
it to be easier. But hot
I
damn.
read enough Reddit posts to know that it was not a game for me.
Dude.
So it was like, oh man, but you guys need to try it. Like, I died 142,000 times on the first training dummy because the training dummy hits back. They're so great. Like, no, I'm not doing. No,
Dude,
Just
I played-
No, I don't like that.
I think it was like the second alpha they did for the PlayStation, and I got past the first enemy.
Mhm.
Like, not like boss.
yeah,
Like, there's an enemy sitting there at the first little area you run up to, and I beat him. And then his buddy down the way, I had gone through all the health, whatever I needed
Yeah.
to stay up, or I was too dead to get there. And in the Souls game, as in Neo, when you go back to like save your progress and get re-healed up, all the enemies have respawned now.
Mm.
So you don't get to like beat all the enemies in an area and run back to the bonfire, save, get your Estus flask and your health back, and turn around and just run back through it. Like, no, they're all back there. You pick them again, which is where I think the grind is supposed to come in, because you go like bank your experience, which you don't technically you do it enough times to earn up enough stuff to level up.
Right.
So it's just kind of a it's
Ugh.
a cycle. Of
Sounds
stuff.
exhausting. Like I don't have the patience to die that much and to do. I realize the more that I think about it, the more that I do actually. I really like grindy games. Like I love Diablo, I love Destiny, I love stuff like that. But it's the mechanics, I think, for those that keep me coming back to that. Like I don't mind the grind because I really love the gameplay. I only spent like an hour or two with Dark Souls on a red box before I almost snapped the disc in half. And it just, I didn't get that same satisfaction, and maybe I just didn't give enough time. Like I might try it again. Well, I probably will try it again.
You probably will.
And maybe I'll have a different perspective now that I've played Horizon for 50 hours. But I think part of what really attracted me to Horizon was the environment that you're in and this ridiculously unique, creative lore of metal dinosaurs in the future, but the future is like a Stone Age, and just the story was so well written and so well done. That all was like a great environment for me.
Horizon was a
I never
straight up
knew
10 across
I
the
wanted
board.
that environment. Until if I had one complaint about Horizon, it would be they give you a lot of materials that you don't end up using.
Yeah, well,
a lot of
part
things.
That's your playstyle though too. Like
Let's try to pick
looking
up
at the plants,
everything.
and I wasn't using potions. I had health potions, and I had regular health potions and full health potions on standby at all times.
Yeah.
But I had all the plants that just you heal with. I had all the medicine you heal with. I didn't use any other potions.
Yeah.
And so you can, I suppose, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I had all these
much
stupid,
more tactical thing
stupid fire kiln roots that look like medicine roots that you want to pick up.
because you hit the button before you realize what it was. Just the loot system and the things you picked up, like there wasn't a ton of variety in what you could obtain, and there wasn't a ton of really obvious ways to say like, oh no, you don't actually need to collect 18 of the Watcher hearts. Like you could probably
Yeah.
get away with a couple.
You
So
probably get away with 5.
I ended up with like these huge stacks in my inventory. Didn't really use them, and then by the time you get to the end of the game, and I have so much money I don't know what to do with. I'm selling all this stuff, and I don't
Yeah.
need it. Like I can just buy all the ammo I want. So it was kind of nice, but I would have liked a little bit more in the economy to do. And this is just me being nitpicky.
Yeah.
That's easily something you could prove on because this is a brand new IP.
In
If
Horizon
this-
2, hopefully it'll be
If
fixed.
this was Destiny 2 and I was seeing stuff like that, that'd be a bigger concern. This
Yeah.
is a brand new thing, so it was still really good. That was my one sidebar complaint about Horizon. It's just because I was watching my wife play today, and I just was like, she was trying to figure out what she would drop to keep her at 100 items in inventory or get her below it so she could pick up a Thunderjaw heart, which she didn't know if she needed. And I'm like, that's the problem, right? Because it's just like it's cool because you can go into the game and in like the vendor and see like, oh, I need this bow, and therefore I can set a quest to go get the things that I need, and it makes a quest for you, and it tells you where to go to get it, and then you can check it off, and then you know that you have it. But if you don't do that, it's just like, well, I don't know if I need to keep collecting these hearts, so I guess I'll drop this material and do this instead. So I'd like to see a little bit better inventory management.
Yeah, in the next Horizon,
Yeah.
which I will play the crap out of.
Oh, yes. And I want it to be longer just because I want to be in it more.
I want a reason to stay longer.
Yeah, 50 hours, not enough, Gorilla. Come on, keep it coming.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try Dark Souls. You have...
We'll bring it back in. We might do like a trade-off play series of that one because I'll gladly keep playing it. But
We'll just do it every time we die, we switch the controller, right? That means I'll play for about 30 seconds and you play for 30 minutes. Boom, Dark Souls.
perfect.
James freaking hates
But
it.
reality Dark Souls.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
See ya.
Bye.